Hello, family. This is Mr. E at the Jackson Cultural Arts Center here in Jackson, Alabama. Thought I'd come to you today and try to share some wisdom and knowledge, especially with all the things that are going on in our country right now and what is going on with us as a people. I really don't know where to start, but it is so much going on with the COVID-19 and with the slaying of George Floyd, and with the constant and continuous harassment and killing of African Americans. You just don't know where to start. But I know I need to say something. I need to come before my small influence, even here in my community and what have you, to say something, because this is ridiculous, to say the least. And I don't really know where to start, except that this is some bullshit. And I hate to go there in terms, and usually I don't talk that way. Well, not out on the media anyway. Yeah, but you get me by myself. I have a whole lot of choice words that I would probably use that would probably surprise you, especially at this time in my life. But there's a time for everything. There's a season and a time for everything, and there are such words that are time for war. And when I begin to use terms like this, it's because these are words of war. And believe me, I believe that we're at war. And where this is going, I don't know. But I know that I don't want to sit on the sides and not have something to say, even to the young people who are going to have to go forward and take this. Of course, I fit all the characteristics and my classmates and what have you, in reference to dealing with COVID. But when it comes down to dealing with the unfairness and the insensitivity, the insaneness of how some people see us in this world. And I just, you get to a point to where enough is enough. But how are we to respond? And I'm so glad to see that there's one gentleman, I can't call his name right now, but I did share his video. He was saying a lot of things that we need to do as a people and as a community to start this. Because this is economics. And in order for us to fight this war, we're going to have to fight it economically, which means that we're going to have to stop supporting all these other businesses to the best that we can. And like he said, maybe we can go to the grocery stores and what have you to get food. But if we can find businesses around us that provide the services that we need to just stop. Hit them in the pocketbook, hit this country in the place to where we can gain our respect, and then we can start coming up as a people. And I would like to add to that, in reference to our population just being diminished. We're becoming like an endangered species, especially African American men. And I was speaking with a young man the other day, which when he was in high school, he was a mentoree, if I can say that. But he's a young man now, and these young people, they want to do something. And just in our conversation, I remember him mentioning something about, he's had his last child and whatever, he has 2 children. But I'm like, we're dying like I don't know what, and that'll be just what they want. I think that we need to really don't do anything foolish like that. We need to replenish our population, because that's exactly what we need, votes. And when we start saying we're going to, my dad, I know this is a different time, but I'm the youngest of 8 children, 4 boys and 4 girls, and my father had 4 boys and 4 girls. Okay, population, and we become stronger when we have more people together. Even in our families, you have one child, and then this one child has to live in this world by themselves. No. I think there was even a place in the Bible where it talks about, I don't know whether it was Pharaoh or whoever he was talking about, the Israelites, how they were just populating, and they had to stop us because we were just populating the place, reproducing. And that was a threat to them. And I say it's the same thing today. They're afraid that we're going to outnumber them. So why would we, if anything, we need to get to replacing those that they keep stealing away from us so that we can even fight in population. But we need to be unified. We need to come together as families and understand what is important as a people. A lot of us men end up in, I've noticed that a lot of men who end up in prison, these are not all bad men. These are men who are trying to do something to try to either take care of mom, take care of the sister and brother, take care of family, impress their girlfriend or a woman or whatever, which is a righteous thing to do. But maybe they have made some choices, maybe selling drugs or whatever, but it was motivated from a good place, and I understand that. And so we sometimes, when you're pushed into the corner, you don't know what you're going to do. I don't know what I might do, but if we're going to survive, sometimes, like a drowning person, we start reaching for straws, reaching for anything to throw or to help save us from our circumstances. So we have to remember that about us as a people, rising up out of slavery, and we are all slaves. Why would we do anything to harm one another when we are all fighting the same battle? We have got to come up with some strategies that will help us to help each others. We need to put aside our differences and see our common ground. And this, whether it has to do with economics, religion, popularity, rich, poor, whatever, we are all wearing the same t-shirt. And we need to understand, if our team is going to rise up to even compete in this racist society, we have got to put aside our differences, and we've got to come together as a strong people, come up with a plan, because this thing is getting serious. It's always been serious. But never have we seen this. I'm 62 years old, will be 63, and you get to this point in your life and you think that things could possibly get better, but we're still dealing with some of the old shit. And I'm sick and tired of it. And I'm, as many of you are, sick and tired of this, but what are we going to do about it? So I'm suggesting that, even though I'm always saying, find your time for peace, find your time to get some rest, and so that you can think, so that we can think our way through this, because we certainly cannot win this war without coming together and becoming one accord, and know that you are your brother's keeper. So in honor of all the ones who have gone before us, who have paid the price with their lives, including George Floyd, and just sadness of this, the circumstances that we are in right now, we've got to do something. We've got to wake up, and we've got to come together, and we've got to think our way through this, because the enemy is smart, and he's been working a long time. And so, black or white, those who are righteous and understand what is right, and how can you be a part of a system that would oppress another people, another human. Hello, family. This is Mr. E. If you would like to support the works of Mr. E or any of Ezel's productions, you may make your donations at Cash App. You will use $EKUFI, EKUFIE, or you may make your payments through check or money order made out to Anthony Ezel or to Ezel's Productions, LLC. That address is P.O. Box 492, Jackson, Alabama, 36545. Or you may contact us at the phone number of 251-709-1123. Thank you.